Whoa, what's all this? Hopping on the bandwagon for the Diablo 4 patch notes? Wowie, Season 1, everyone. Who's ready for it? I've already read all of this. I'm just going to go through my thoughts and feelings about this and basically go over everything. Season 1, class tuning, Season Malignant. Now, keep in mind, everything that's happening here, even though there's a separate list for the Malignants, we don't really know how much of an impact they're going to give. Some look pretty good, some might be changed, but keep in mind that all these changes are probably being made with the Malignant system in mind, meaning the free malignant like orb things you get to put in your gear and get effects from. So they'll probably change it a little bit, like survivability, damage, stuff like that. Like the Necromancer one that gives them damage based on the essence drain looks pretty good potentially. But we're just going to review these patch notes as they are because other stuff could come out, other stuff could change. We're just going to look at it as we go. I'm going to go through pretty quickly. This isn't going to be too long. So first, Uber unique staff, and that sucks because two reasons. One, it's an Uber unique, so you're never going to get it. There's no trading in this game. It's not like a headhunter or the other belt that does all your flasks from PoE. You're never gonna get it. Period. You can't trade for it. So, and it's a staff, so you're definitely not getting it. Whoops. Azure Wrath looks might be cool. No idea. Probably not. Flesh Render probably okay because Bloodhound comes up a lot. The Necromancer Shield, I don't know, potentially decent, I guess, if it works. Like you can like get certain aspects and stuff. So if the bonuses somehow stack, like if you get the one that gives you barrier when your bone storm hits someone, or you get extra damage reduction for some reason, I doubt you would, but if they work together, it'll be based. Eaglehorn Bow, this will be pretty cool if penetrating shot, if this doubles the damage, like if it's a 1.3 to 1.8 modifier, like if it can bounce and then do extra damage and stuff like that, and pierce and stuff, that'd be cool. If it just hits an enemy in the back and it makes them vulnerable, not Rogue has a lot of ways to make people vulnerable, I guess. Maybe it would be okay if it's got good damage. You never know, like, the stats on these items could be amazing, or they could be total crap. If they're total crap, Oculus Wand, I don't play Sorcerer, I've never even tried it, so a lot of the Sorcerer and Sorceress stuff in this, I'm not going to give much opinion. I've been told it's pretty crappy compared to the D2 equivalent, so I'll trust that. New aspects, Audacity, looks shit. Craven, okay if you want to go fast, I guess. No idea if this is good. Ancestral Shard. Subterranean is probably okay. In an Earth build, again, I've never played certain builds, so I'm going to be honest with you. Never played an Earthen like Druid, but hey, it's there. That's cool. If you want to use Poison Creeper too. Gore Quills, never played a Blood Lance build, but cool, I guess. Pestilent Points, I'm told this looks good. I'm told it probably is good, so I'll trust that. Pestilence Points based. Steering Wand, no idea. Firewall, I don't know if people play Firewall, but based, I guess. You could bit of RP, it destroys like small things. Bug fixes, there's only two that are really relevant, and I'll go into why. One is we're gonna skip most of this crap. No idea, no idea. The first one is the Druid. Druids used to have a Stormclaw aspect that makes shreds deal extra damage as lightning. This could double up with another aspect called Blood Beast that would make poison, so it could make like shred do a lot of damage basically with them in combination. They fixed this. I don't think Druid's dead at all, but yeah. The other one is Sorcerer. A big nerf is where is it? Here it is. Aspect of Control, dealing 3 times bonus damage to bosses, so it would go from like 50% or 51% damage or something to like 150%. That's a lot. I know Sorcerer probably isn't doing the best right now, all things considered. So that sucks for sorcerers. I'm gonna skibble this crap. There is one other thing. This is a good fix right here. The suppressor affix. So if you played a minion build with the Ring of Mendelin or whatever it is, for some reason, the minions wouldn't be able to hit. They wouldn't get the bonus from the ring if you're inside suppressor. I hope this fixes that too. And obviously, it's a nice bug fix for stuff like Whirlwind and Corpse Explosion, stuff like that. Because if your Corpse Explosion outside of a suppressor affix, even if it was the darkness that made it a dot, it wouldn't do shit. So you'd have to run inside, and that sucks sometimes. And clones with having suppressor as well, kind of sucked. I'm gonna go through this. No, I don't. Nobody cares. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody cares about it in this crap. What we want to see, gameplay updates. Ultra Valilith unlocks can't wait, based. Map discovery can't wait, based. Whispers will no longer Lord of Sigil Dust, no one cares. Overall loot quality has been drastically improved, based, I guess, while we're leveling. Channel time for leave dungeons increased for some reason, who knows. Yeah. Monsters running way less if you're melee, based. More controller support based. Extra gold in monsters drop more items, cool, I guess. Most people can probably level in tier 1 if they're a sweater to get to tier 3 as fast as possible, but or tier 2, cool. I guess if you want to level for that. Level scaling inside dungeons and other stuff has been adjusted. Basically, it'll be easier, more or less. And like this sucks because it slows down leveling a little bit, but it's also better because like if your character sucks ass and you need to like get gear, you can do that. And in honesty, if you want to level fast past tier 3, you're going to be in Nightmare Dungeons anyway. So, or in the PvP area, I guess. PvP area is good too. I have fun there. That's an example. That's an example. Experience. Basically, to offset it, you want to be running content that's 10 levels higher than you for a big EXP bonus. Before you could just run it 3 levels higher than you. And this also nerfs turbo leveling your boys, so that sucks. If you want to turbo level your friend, it got nerfed. It's probably still gonna be okay, but I have no idea. Helltide's nerf. Helltide monsters are a bit harder. No one cares. Tortured Gift, which is the box everyone wanted. Tortured Gift Mysteries. This has been increased to 250 rather than 125. In all honesty, that sucks. I don't see the point in the change. But unless you were a sweaty boy who wanted to get all 4 Helltide chests before it left, it's fine. Like for the average person, like it probably doesn't matter that much. Most people are probably going to be target farming uniques if they play like Druid or something. They're going to be open the helmet one too, so that sucks for them. They can't get 2 of these chests plus the helmet as easily. Yeah, but it's enough. I don't know why they nerf it, but maybe I'm a dirty, filthy casual, but I'd always just get 2 of these and just leave the whole tide. So so now I have to get 150 extra, which not the best, but yeah. But here's the big meme. The balance updates. I'm gonna speed through this. I don't think any of these matters, apart from Steel Grasp is nice, I guess, and whatever. There's another one too. I forgot to mix it up top. I'll have a look back. I missed it. Silly Millie. Hoda got nerfed. Rip Hoda. It got fucked. Hoda is dead, boys. Yeah, no buff because they fixed the bug with the outside like AoE thing for it doing extra damage. Rip. Hamstring slow. Who cares? No one cares. Everyone's got a glyph like this now, so that's cool. I don't play enough barbarians to know if any of these are good. Who knows? But yeah, Druid is something I did play. The claw bonus attack speed, that's nice. Storm strike damage reduction nerf, that's not nice, but it was pretty good. It was probably the best builder anyway. Boulder, no one plays Boulder. Savage Trample, no one plays Savage Trample. Everyone plays the other one, which gives Fortify. But if you don't want Fortify, you just want to do damage, that's cool. Prime Lacerate, Lacerate sucks. No one's gonna play it. No idea. Didn't play Lightning. Didn't play Cataclysm. Can't comment about any of these changes. A big change here is Prime Grizzly now only grants Unstoppable for 6 seconds. Basically, this is gonna make it so when you activate Prime Grizzly, which everyone's gonna do because Prime Grizzly is insane. Any druid wants to go Prime Grizzly. This is basically gonna make it so you're only gonna for the first 6 seconds. I think Prime Grizzly went for about 18 seconds. Could be a bit wrong. Maybe 15 seconds. So that's a nerf. Big nerf. Being perma unstoppable was insanely fun and insanely good, but it is one of the things that made Storm Druid builds and stuff like that really good. I am surprised that Tornado and Storm Druid didn't get nerfed directly, but hey, best build in the game. Lol, I guess it does need a few legendaries, but yeah. Provocation got this buff, but who cares? Masochistic. This used to be whenever you crit, you healed yourself. Now it's a lucky hit chance on crit. That is a nerf. That sucks. This other stuff, Maybe overload damage is okay. I don't know. Glyph buff now affects everything. Cool. Calm Breeze. No one will ever play this. Balance aspect. No one will ever play that. Tempest. I don't know if like Storm Druid uses that, but I don't think they do. Skinwalker's aspect is crap. No one uses it. Symbiotic aspect reduced. Okay. Aspect of Stampede increased. Okay. Shepherd's damage sucks. No one wants to go. No one wants to go. No one wants to go companions. They suck. And this is kind of like, I guess, like a bit of a buff to the chests, which is that's okay. I didn't really think they needed a buff, but hey, if they want to. Decompose sucks. Doesn't matter. Sever vulnerability nerf. Okay. Enhanced blood surge. Okay. Like these are all okay. Iron Maiden. Who cares? No, who cares? Golems move faster. This is actually a nice change. A lot of times when you would use the Iron Golem, for example, or the Taunt Golem, I guess, everyone would use the Iron Golem. Iron Golem, and you would tell it to like stomp somewhere. It might get stuck on your own minions or the enemies. That's not that's a nice change. Supreme Bloodwave, no idea. Raise, basically, controllers had auto aim with their minion skills or corpse targeting skills, which keyboard and mouse didn't have. This is a nice change. Little bit of auto targeting there. Raise Skeleton, Skeletal Priest bonus now buffed, the damage buff from Skeletal Priest and the healing buffed. Skeletal Priest is when you cast Summon Skeleton on a corpse, and it makes that dude that comes up and goes wah and goes up and flies to heaven. And that's just that. It's a bit of a buff. It's nice. I think minions probably need a bit more, but yeah, we'll touch on that a bit later as well. Avulsion is, I believe, a bone skill that makes stuff take increased vulnerability damage from bone skills. This is a nerf at Bonespear. Cool, I guess. Transfusion minion healing. This is a nice welcome change. Minions do feel kind of squishy. Maybe it's just me. Minions felt super squishy, especially against elites that had certain elites that did AOE damage or like effects like the fire effect or the like basically mortar or the fire pulse effect thing. Minions felt pretty shit with that. Amplify damage. This is another nerf that was probably targeted at Bonespear, but it affects other necromancer like archetypes as well. I don't think this is a good change. Amplify damage, I believe, worked with minions too, so this is a nerf to minions and to blood and to dot whatever, I guess. Paying for the sins of Bonespear. Book of the Dead. Necromancer minions resummoned after during a boss fight. Who cares? When you respawn during a boss fight, I guess. I mean, honestly, like most boss fights are a joke. I guess it's nice. Skeletal warriors, defenders, they get more thorns. I don't know if anyone even uses this. I'm gonna be honest. I thought most people would use the Reapers because they spawn corpses, which is based. Shadow Skeletal Mage upgrade attacks required for an additional Shadow Bolt from 5 to 4. That's an alright change. They fixed last hotfix patch thing. They fixed the skeletal mages not activating like certain darkness things on the tree. So this goes in the corners with that. It's pretty good. Bone Skeleton Mage Fortify Man. I don't think that's that good. I don't think many people use Bone Skeletons. Them killing themselves is pretty AIDS. Iron Golem's upgrade attack required for slam reduced from 5 to 4. I think everyone used the vulnerability one anyway. I don't think that matters. Splintering Aspect Bone Shard. This is the nerf to Bonespear. Plunging Darkness. I don't think that's very good. Coldbring's Aspect, which is the thing that makes your skeletons, your frost skeleton mages do like a little like frost thing come from the sky. That's a nice change because of how it works with certain glyph that they are slowed by they're either slowed or chilled by what, and they're slowed and chilled by the aspect, so you can get the bonus there. So that's nice, I guess, if you do that. Don't play any blood stuff. No idea. Grasping Vines nerf. This is probably another nerf aimed at Bonespear, but it's also because of what's coming up. Then, spoiler alert. So Grasping Vines nerf kind of sucks for minion builds, kind of sucks for blood builds, because I think almost everyone used this thing. It gives you a 10 to 20% crit chance, and it used to give you 30 to 60% crit damage too. It's amazing. It's cool. OCS Gale aspect, that's nice, I guess. Aspect of the Damned and aspect of reanimation, I think are both minion ones, and that's nice, but I think minions need more. The problem with minions is without the Ring of Mendelin, the damage sucks ass, and they're kind of squishy, it feels, early on. Especially as you start cracking into the higher tiers, minions just get bodied. Maybe it gets better like when you got a full Paragon tree, but I got to level, I think it was 84, and I was doing like 40 and 50 keys, and it just felt pretty terrible. Like the minions were just dying every elite that had fire, like enchantments on them. Because minions have a thing that reduces their damage taken, so they can't get hit more than like I think it's like a third of the HP a hit or something like that. But with the stuff like fire elites or mortar elites, there's multiple hits, so bypasses it and they just insta dies. And honestly, playing a minion build when your minions die is fucking terrible. It feels awful. Item, nobody cares. Rogue is probably going to be the best class in the game along with Druid. Rogue, for some reason, is getting a huge amount of buffs, despite already being good. The only real change is really Siphoning Strikes is now lucky hit similar to the Druid's crit. But other than that, cool. Based. Play Rogue. Play Rogue or Storm Druid, by the way, if you want a really strong class. Sorcerer, I've never played Sorcerer again, so I can't comment about any of this. I'm gonna be honest, but they didn't really address what people were moaning about, which was a lot of people felt pigeonholed in certain specs. So hopefully this alleviates that, but I don't think it has. Maybe it felt really squishy. Maybe these changes like this are good. I have no idea. We'll see in time. But yeah, no idea. Unfortunately, not the best. Now we're going to go into general nerfs. Aspect of Disobedience. This is the aspect that's real, which I think everyone's using. It's really good. Every time you deal damage, it gives you armor. This is going to go from 100 max stacks to 60, reducing the maximum bonus you can get from 25 to 50 to 15 to 30. This is a big nerf if you could keep it up. So if you were a build like Storm Druid or a build like Shred Druid or something like a Corpse Explosion, Shadow Corpse Explosion where it makes the dot, this was very easy to keep at 100 stacks. However, if you're a different build that attacks a bit slower, you probably didn't get 100 stacks instantly, or it wasn't like it was a very temporary thing. So this nerf will affect you less. It's still a nerf, but it's not, unless your build could keep up the 100 stacks, consistently. It's probably not that big. You probably still go Aspect of Disobedience. It's just good. This is item changes. Cool, I guess. More loot, cool. If you play in a party, monsters have more HP. Doesn't matter anyway. Monsters fall over. Unless you're really high up. But for most people, I think in reality, most people aren't pushing like 80, 90, 100 keys. I don't think that's very realistic. Most people like get to like 80 or 90 and just quit. Like level 80 or 90 and just quit. Now we go into item changes. Controlled impaired can go on pants. I don't want to spoil this below. Can now appear on pants. Cool. Parry generation. Cool. Lucky hit wave of barrier. Cool. If you've played a lucky hit necromancer, or anything that needs lucky hit, you'll know that old mate Crypt did a video that mages could only roll this as well, so you'd have to get in a mage ult and re-roll your stuff. So nice, you don't have to do that anymore. Mass skill damage and resistance there. All right, now we get into item nerfs and stuff like that. So we got stats. So stats on the weapons reduced. Not that it sucks, but not that big. CDR big nerf, 30% nerf to CDR. That is not based. We love CDR, and that sucks. And then we got crit damage and vulnerability damage nerfs. Now I believe this is the stats on gear. So you'll get 17% less on gear for all crit strike damage and 40% less for vuln damage. I think they'll still be the way to go. You'll just be doing less damage. For most builds that aren't like dot or something. Next we got like weapon affix nerfs on crossbows. I know crossbows were insanely good on rogue. This probably makes the gaps between crossbows and bows a bit closer, which is a good thing, but big nerfs is anyway. A lot of vulnerable damage taken off. Damage to out-controlled enemies decrease and damage to frozen enemies decrease. Oof, that's rough. That's more rough for sorcerer. And then we get into a lot of random nerfs. Not random, but the jumble of them. So damage is cool, like WoW base. We love more damage. But then we get into as we go down, we're gonna see something not base happen. Total armor rolls reduced by 30%. Damage reduction rolls reduced by 20 to 25%. Now, why is this bad? All the damage nerfs bad. No one likes damage nerfs, but when you think about this game, damage nerfs, the monster's gonna die in 1 or 2 hits anyway. Like that's most monsters gonna die in like that many hits, right? Like doing like 20% extra damage when the monster dies when you're doing 50% of the monster's health doesn't matter. You're still gonna two-shot it. It doesn't matter. So damage nerfs can be like, they suck, but it's not the end of the world. But defensive nerfs, defensive and utility nerfs, so stuff like I talked about earlier with the Grizzly Rage nerf. That's a big nerf because it will affect your gameplay, and like being unstoppable is fucking insane. That's a big nerf. Damage reductions on Storm Strike, that's a big nerf. This is also a big nerf. Damage reduction reduced by 20%. This is also coming from a Necromancer standpoint, because I played Necromancer and Druid in the season, preseason. Your minions will get 30% of your stats, for most of your stats. Damage reduction, I believe, is one of them. And yeah, not good. It's not good that damage reduction is getting nerfed. Damage reduction will fortify down by 25%. Like, not good. We love damage reduction while fortified and total armor rolls, because as you probably imagine, total armor, really good. Armor is king. They haven't fixed Blizzard hasn't like buffed resistances yet, so these damage reduction nerfs are gonna feel really shit, especially because most things stack armor. And also consider in the next season, the Orb and Malignants are gonna go in your jewelry slots. I don't believe you can have skulls as well, so we're gonna be losing 750 armor or around there if you have lesser skulls. You're gonna be losing that much armor too. That sucks. This is a big damage reduction nerf. I'm not a fan of that personally. I don't mind metas that are zoom, gotta go fast, do tons of damage. But I think what sucks is the thing that was really cool about Diablo was even if you went between, I think it was Al Kaiser or someone or some streamer said like it was really cool that you could see the builds being from hardcore and the builds on standard being about the same. Like they want the same stuff. I think that's really cool because universally it's a good thing that the player cares about the defense and isn't just running through the whole dungeon, one-shotting everything off screen like Bonespear Necro does, right? But hell, rough. Um, all in all, as someone who played Mini Necromancer, this sucks. They didn't really like buff minions significantly. Hopefully, honestly, the worst thing about having Ring of Mendelin Summoner was the fact that suppressor mobs for some reason weren't affected by the Ring of Mendelin. I don't know why. Even if I stood inside the bubble and my minions were inside the bubble, they didn't proc the Ring of Mendelin on suppressor mobs. They still killed everything else inside the suppressor mob, but not the suppressor mob itself. I hope that's fixed. That because it sucked. Because honestly, that feels like the only way to really scale summoners into late game is Ring of Mendelin. So RNG it, boys. But yeah, that's my little patch note review. I'm definitely still gonna play Diablo the next season of Diablo. I'm gonna play Whirlwind Barbarian just because I'm Cyclone Addict from PoE. And yeah, but this patch notes really sucks. They've nerfed a bunch of stuff. Well, they didn't nerf Bonespear enough, honestly. How the hell did Bonespear survive? And how the hell how did Storm Druid survive too? Like, I guess like the Grizzly nerf is the 6 seconds of Unstoppable is a big deal, but I don't think it kills the build. Because you can use stuff like Earthen Bulwark to get out of CC as well, like as a CC break. But I have no idea how that escaped the nerfs. But hey, here we are. Play Rogue, play Druid. um, yeah, somehow Bonespear survived. If you want to play it. It's still good. There's videos of people still just destroying Uber if it's not as crazy as it was before. But considering everyone got nerfed, Bonespear is still doing fine. Rogue's doing great. Storm Druid's still doing great. Like, play Druid, play Rogue, play Necro. Bonespear Necro. Sorry, you can't play the other Necros. I still think Minion Necro is going to suck. They haven't really fixed anything to deal with it, which sucks because when you play Necromancer, when I play Necromancer, I think of the Minion archetype. And they haven't really done buffs to the underperforming skills. Like Hoda's probably just dead on arrival, and stuff like Upheaval got like the smallest buff that is irrelevant. Like, it doesn't feel like they've really buffed enough significantly to change the meta at all. So you're basically going to play next season. Next season is basically the same as like the Eternal Realm currently, just might feel worse. Keep in mind again, I might be wrong. Maybe the orbs from the malignant orbs are going to make the game based, make the game sick. But at the moment, just looking at the patch notes, it leaves something to be desired. Thanks if you come to thanks for watching. Mwah, you know, all that stuff. Have a nice rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, gaming turn.